Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited that you're able to take some time out of your day to hear about CodeMonkey's Hour of Code. So first of all, my name is Zoe. I'm a customer success here at CodeMonkey. And today I will be hosting this webinar. If you have any questions throughout, message me in the chat and hopefully I will have enough time to get through all of the questions in the end. Also, if you missed anything, this entire webinar is recorded, so you will be able to see it on our blog tomorrow. For those who are not as familiar with CodeMonkey, CodeMonkey is an Israeli startup that was established in 2014, and it is a game-based platform that teaches kids how to code. So in the beginning, definitely we started with the coding adventure that's aimed for the younger crowd, ages 7 and up. And recently we expanded to the older kids. For example, one of our activities is a Python chatbot that's aimed for grade 6 and up. So the point of this webinar will definitely expose you to all of our new activities and will help you decide which hour of code activity you would like to use in your classroom. So an intro to Hour of Code for those who are less familiar is that it was established in 2013 and by code.org, and it was supported by the Obama administration, and it has gotten millions to code. And hopefully after this hour of code, we will get even more students to code. And this year it's held through December 4th to 13th. So I'm sure some of you guys have already started Hour of Code today. And in recent years, it's also expanded to the entire month of December. So I want everyone to know that they can ask me questions in the chat at any time, and I will definitely read them. And if there are any technical issues, I will be sure to resolve them. So I'm going to share my screen. So the first thing is I want you guys to try to do this by yourselves as well. So I don't know about you guys, but for me, it really helps to catch all the information if I also do it and not just listen. So go to playcodemonkey.com and click on sign up. So right now, what you're about to do is sign up as a teacher on CodeMonkey, and you're gonna sign up for the free teacher's trial. Here you will be able to access all of our CodeMonkey activities. So click on teacher and enter your information. So I'm going to enter my email. And my password. And click on yes, and then next. Okay, so I'm going to wait a second to wait for you guys to get to this page. Again, if you have any technical issues, please write so in the chat and I will be sure to help you. Okay, so I'm going to enter the school name. I'm going to enter the name of the school that I went to and its website. Okay, so now you have to confirm your email. So I will confirm my email. It's taking me to. Great. So I just clicked on confirm my email address, and now I can get code in. Okay, I will lower the volume here. Okay, I'm going to wait just 1 second and make sure that everyone is up to par. Let me know in the chat if you have any technical issues. Okay. Amazing. Let me X this out. Okay. So now I am in the home page and I'm going to choose an avatar. I'm going to choose this young lady. Okay. So note, hold on, just because that was in the way. Okay. So note that you have your classroom, it's automatically created. So click on your classroom. And it will take you to your teacher's dashboard. So this free teacher's trial is limited to 30 students. If you have more than 30 students for your hour of code, feel free to create another teacher account. And it is limited to up to 30 days. So you're good for the month of December. And it will include the 4-hour of code activities that we are introducing specifically for Hour of Code. CodeMonkey, you can find them in the Courses tab. And you will see here that you have 4 different activities that you can use. The first one is the coding adventure. Second one is the game builder. Then there's the Hour of Code, the Python chatbot. And then lastly, Dodo does math. I will go into more information on each of these activities later on. I just want to point to your attention the revoke option. So if you don't want your children, your students to be able to play all of the activities because you want to focus on just one, you can revoke the other activities. And now your students can only access the coding adventure. So here you see that you have 0 students, the group is empty. So click on Add Students. There are 3 different ways to add students. The first is create a single account. So here, what you can do is enter the full name of every single one of your students and assign them a username and password. This is great if you have under 10 students. More than that, you do want to look into a bulk upload or a share class code. So both these are great for a lot of students. The bulk upload does require a CSV file. And you also need to pay attention not to include a header row in the CSV file. The third is the share class code. I recommend this if you do not have a CSV file of all of your students and you want to give them the freedom to create their own username and passwords. So the way that your students can log in through this class code is by you copying or writing this code on a whiteboard or blackboard and tell your students to go to playcodemonkey.com. Again, for those who are just joining us now, I am showing everyone how to add students to your classroom. Then tell your students to click on sign up. And remember how you chose the teacher option. Tell your students to choose the student option. And then click, yes, I have a classroom code. Paste your code and click on enter. Now your students will be able to add, let's just do student 1, 2, 3, add their information. save their information. Click on I saved my information, let's play, save password. And they will be automatically taken to CodeMonkey's coding adventure. In the meantime, they will be added to your classroom. Okay, so after you set up your students, you would go to your courses. And here you will see the 4 different options. So for those who are less familiar with CodeMonkey, our coding adventure is our very first course, and it's the basic. It teaches kids as young as 8 years old, real code, real text-based code, and it does so with a fun monkey that needs to catch the bananas. And in order to do so, the students need to write code. For example, the number of steps the monkey needs to take to reach the bananas. This is a really fun and interactive way to get into coding, and is definitely different from all the other options out there, especially because it not only teaches computational thinking, but it does so in a really engaging way and teaches real code from the first challenge. The second option is the game builder. Now this we recommend from ages grades 6 and up, so mainly 11, 12-year-olds and up. And the beauty about this product is kids create their own games. So as opposed to the coding adventure where you're just learning the foundation of code and the language, with Game Builder, you're able to go from a consumer to a creator and make your own content. So this hour of code activity leads the students step by step to create a specific game, but they are coding this game. Now, for our exciting new courses, we have our chatbot and our Dodo Does Math courses. So our chatbot, our Python chatbot specifically, is our very new course, and it's being featured for the very first time during this hour of code. So I'm really excited for you to try it out. And this is basically a game where you and your students are able to code a chatbot and do so in the language of Python. It's great for ages 14 plus or 6th grade and up. Basically, the beauty of this is that you're learning Python. So as opposed to in the coding adventure where we're teaching CoffeeScript, which is a mix of JavaScript and Python. It's like JavaScript in the sense that it's multifunctional. You can build web applications, websites, games, etc. It's as easy to understand as Python. So it's really a great middle, but Python is a more well-known coding language. So that's why it is also an amazing course to try out. So the fourth activity is a coding and math course called Dodo Does Math. So in this activity, students are able to practice math skills such as distances, angles, and measurement by using basic code. So this is really great for teachers who want to implement some kind of hour of code activity, but don't have the time. And of course, this is for a certain age group. It's for ages 7 to 11 or 3rd to 5th grade. And it does align with the Common Core math standards. So it's definitely very functional in that sense. And it's really fun. Their students will meet our newest character, our Dodo. So I'm going to now demonstrate the coding adventure. So as a teacher, what you can do, I'm going back to the home page. You can click on the activity and start coding. The beauty of being a teacher is you can also jump around from challenge to challenge. This means that if you don't have time, you can definitely get a feel for every single one of our activities and not worry about having to just start from the very beginning. So notice here in the very first challenge that it's very intuitive. Here you have a keyboard and an arrow, and it just grabs your attention right away to step 10. So this right side of the screen is where the real code happens. Meanwhile, on the left side of the screen, you will see the main stage where everything that happens that's written in the text affects the monkey and the main stage. So let's click on run and see what happens. So here's one of our adaptive hints. You could keep on trying and get a feel for this. This is definitely a very intuitive course and game. I know that this has been around for quite some time. I do want to show you guys a little bit more of the teacher's dashboard and tools that you can use to implement this game in the most successful way possible. And then I will go into the other newer courses. So what I do want to show you here is I'm going back to the classroom. In the teacher's dashboard, you can click on the progress tab. And here you will be able to see all of the challenges available, and as well as the solutions to the challenges. So hold on, I'm going back to a challenge that is part of the hour of code. So I clicked, again, for those who missed it, I clicked on the number. These numbers on the top row, they do correlate with the challenge that they represent. So I am clicking on challenge 20 to get a 3-star solution. So I do recommend the pair programming system. So definitely have your students try to help each other before sharing a solution. This is a last resort, but it's definitely good for you as the teacher to have as a safeguard. So I do want to go into a little bit about the stars and the grading system. So because this is a brand new student, there is no progress, but what you can see here is that there's a grading, a 3-star grading solution. So the first star is acquired by students if they solved the challenge and they got all of the bananas on the screen. The second star is given if they solved all of the bananas and they did so in the most concise, in the way that uses previously learned topics. And the third one is, as I was starting to say before, is if they caught all the bananas, used previously learned concepts, and did so in the most concise, short to the point way possible. So this is nice. You can see here the progress tab and the answers for all of our courses, so you don't have to worry. And I will go into our Dodo Does Math, and this is a very handy, so now I just assigned it to the class. So I'm going back into the main page and I'm clicking on the interesting. Okay, so I will click on, that's so weird. I'm looking right now for the Dodo Does Math and I cannot see it on the activities. So what I will do is I will just go with the chatbot course and I will later fix this issue. So what you do is you click on Start Coding, and the best way to implement this into the classroom is by telling your kids to just Google CodeMonkey and click on the very first website that appears. So this is an easy way for them to access the game, and once they're there, they will be able to go to the course. So this is our Python chatbot course, and what you see here on the left side of the screen are the instructions, and they're so important to read. it is overwhelming to have all of these instructions, but a lot of times you will be able to also see a hint, a very helpful hint at the bottom. So we know a lot of students don't like to read instructions or follow instructions. So what they will end up realizing is that through reading the instructions, they will actually be able to solve a challenge as opposed to just skipping ahead and just playing around with the buttons. So I would definitely, this is a great way to really implement reading instructions in the classroom. So meet CodeMonkey's trivia chatbot. Welcome to Python Chatbot. In this course, you will learn how to create your own trivia chatbot. This means that by the end of the 16 exercises, your students will have coded their own chatbot that asks trivia questions, random, like what kind of sports do you like? And they will be learning Python simultaneously. So I definitely recommend this for the older ages. So that is everything for today. Thank you so much for joining this webinar on how to host an hour of code with CodeMonkey. If you enjoyed it, then like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at CodeMonkeySTU. Feel free to tag us in pictures as you host Hour of Code with CodeMonkey in your classroom. Thank you so much and have an amazing week.